it's Rachel with Shadow, and today he and I are going to be working on stay and wait. These are two very important commands, and when Shadow knows them and is good at them, it can make your life a lot easier. So here at It's Dog Play, we use stay and wait differently, and where a lot of people just use stay. So what the difference is for stay, that is when you leave and return directly to him to release him. And with wait, you release him from a distance. So for an example, doing just a regular sit stay, you have him sit, go to the end of the leash when you tell him to stay, and then you go back up to him and tell him, good, stay, like this, and release him right there. Now for wait, say Shadow gets super excited about his food when you feed him in the morning and night. What you can do is tell him to sit and wait so that he's not jumping up all over you, and you have room to go and set his food down from a distance, say like this. If I told him to wait, I could set the food down, then I could step back out of the way and tell him okay. And so then he gets up out of his wait and goes to the food. Another time you use wait is when you're doing like a recall, like sit, wait, and then you call him to you, so using come. And again, that's you releasing him from a distance to come to you. So the two ways that we release him from wait are okay or come, or something equivalent if you use a different word. And the way that we release him from his stay is going right up to him and rewarding him for a good stay. So, he said Shadow has lab in him. I know that he is a chow hound, so I think it could be really useful for you to learn, or for you to have him learn the wait command like that. And also I've noticed here, Shadow likes to push through, go underneath your feet to get through gates and doors and anything like that. And so that's another instance where wait or stay could be helpful. So he and I are going to start out with stay. I was working with him a little bit. I see that he does know the basics and everything, so he's probably already familiar with stay. And then I'm going to do some wait with him. So Shadow, come here. Good boy. Sit. Good, sit. All right. So with stay, you tell him stay, and you put the stop sign in front of his face like this, and then slowly step back. So I'll kind of just test him, see how well he does with it. Shadow, stay. Stay. Good stay, Shadow. Good boy. Good boy. All right, that was very good. So I'm happy to see I was able to get all the way to the end of the leash. Just a standard leash I find is a lot easier to work on these kind of things than a retractable leash. So I'd suggest using one of these or picking one up if you don't have one. All right, so he did the stay well, and so what I'm going to do is give him the stay and wait command kind of back to back, switch them up, so hopefully he starts to see the difference. Now, another important note about this stay is, if you notice, when I came back to him, I paused when I was in front of him before I bent down, gave him the treat, and released him. That's because a lot of times, if dogs see you returning to them, they assume that they're done, and they get up and they release themselves, and you don't want that to happen. So that's why I stop and wait, so that he has to remain in his stay until I choose to release him. All right, now we are going to work on a wait. So I'm going to put him in a sit again, and instead of putting the stop sign in front of his face, I'm going to use my hand to draw a line in front of him. So it's kind of like the invisible line he's not allowed to cross. And then I'm going to call him to me. So we'll work on come a little bit there too. So, oh, good boy, Shadow. Okay, come here. Shadow, sit. Wait. Come. Good job, Shadow. Good boy. All right, that was very good. So I'm just gonna keep on doing little stays and waits like this, just so that hopefully he can see the difference. Stay is when I come to him, wait is when he comes to me. Shadow, come here. Shadow, come on. Come on, mister. Good boy. Sit. Stay. So now I'm just kind of swinging the leash as a little bit more of a distraction since he's good at his stays. This is because a lot of times when dogs feel the leash move and something kind of tugging on their collar, they think it's you. Sit. No. Shadow, sit. Come on. Up. Shadow. Sit. Stay. Like I said, if they feel something on their collar, they think it's you pulling them to you. So that's why I'm kind of adding this as a little bit more of a challenge. Stay. Sit. Stay. All right, now he's staying in the same spot, but he's wanting to lie down. Why I'm not allowing that is because I told him to sit and stay, not do whatever he wants and stay. So I want him to remain in a sit stay. Sit. Good boy. Stay. When he had gotten up, I took him around to the exact same spot where he had been before so he doesn't gain anything by getting up out of it. Now he's done a nice long stay, so it's time to reward him. Stay. Stay. Good stay, Shadow. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, so what I was doing there is using what we call the no noise. That's a sharp or It's supposed to get their attention and kind of make them stop and think about what they're doing. And Shadow picked up on it really fast. You can see at the end there when he started to go into a down, I said and I started to pull the leash up, and he corrected himself and he got back into a sit instead of laying down. So that's how you can kind of correct him for lots of different things in obedience and just, around the house. If he's, Shadow, come here. If he's getting into something he shouldn't be. All right, now we're going to work on wait again, and I'm going to use okay for a release word. So, come here. Shadow, sit. Wait. Wait. Sit. Wait. Wait. Okay. Good wait, Shadow. Good wait. Okay, so there I couldn't get back as far because he was tempted with the treat I was putting in front of him. But you can see kind of, swiping my hand between him and the treat. I was drawing that line, and then I told him, okay, let him get the treat and rewarded him for a good wait. So let's try that one more time. Come here. Sit. Sit. Shadow, wait. Wait. Sit. Sit. Wait. Wait. No, come on. Sit. Shadow. Come on. Sit. Wait. Okay. Good boy, Shadow. Good wait. Good wait, Shadow. All right. Very good. I'm happy to see that. He's trying really hard. You can see he's trying to get closer to the treat by laying down and inching up that way. Also, he's had 2 days of play so far, so he's nice and tired too. All right. Shadow, sit. Stay. Stay. Here. Sit. Stay. Stay. Good stay, Shadow. Good stay. Good boy. All right, so me moving around like that is kind of our next step with the distractions. since he's pretty good at duration and he can do it, you know, 6 feet away. That's good. He can handle me wiggling the leash, so me kind of walking around him in a semicircle is the next step, and he did a very good job. So we're gonna do one more weight where I release him so he can get the treat, and we'll call it good for today because he's done an awesome job. So Shadow, sit. Sit. Good boy. Shadow, wait. 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 Okay. Good weight, Shadow. Good weight. Good boy. All right, so you can already see he is a very fast learner. He's already good at that weight and able to resist that treat. So that's really good to see. I would suggest practicing this every time you feed him in the morning so that he can get really good at those weights. All right, this was Rachel and Shadow, and we are working on stay and wait.